Hey, my friend, this is Ariano with another Cross Connection. Just want to ask you a quick question. Who are you living for? It's like, what kind of question is that? Well, the thing is like, are you living for your own dreams, your own self? This is something as believers we have to ask ourselves. Are we living for ourselves and incorporating Jesus into our lives, or are we really living for Him, and have we given Him our life? That is because there's two motivating factors. If I'm looking to move, or if I'm looking to, um, I don't know, whatever, am I doing it to promote myself, or am I really submitting that thing to God and like, hey, I really want your will. What is your mind? So look, Jesus talked about, there was this rich guy that came to him, right? Rich guy came to him and said, hey, what do I need to do to hmm, I forgot the first part of the verse. Anyways, he said, what do I need to do to gain eternal life? Let's just put it that way, right? And Jesus was like, okay, well, you heard the commandments, don't steal, don't murder, basically the big 10, right? And so the dude said, yeah, I've done all this stuff. He was like, okay, well, look, there's still one thing. Sell all that you have and give to the poor. And then you will have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. Homeboy got sad. He was like, because he was rich. And then he went away sad. And then this is when Jesus said how hard it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So what transpired there? One, it was his heart. He wanted to incorporate as opposed to totally giving up. Yes, Jesus is telling us the same thing, because he told all his disciples, whoever would come after me must first deny himself, take up his cross, and come after me. Does that mean that we sell all our possessions? No, not necessarily. What that does mean is that we don't live for possessions. That does mean that our whole mindset shifts, and I believe there's this in Luke. I can't remember the chapter and verse, but the title is Cost of Discipleship. It talks about renouncing everything, coming and following him. So look, but the key is, in order for us to really follow him, we really have to give up our lives, because, you know, um, there's going to be hurt feelings, there's going to be misunderstandings. But when we're living for him, we're not taking it personal, because it's not about us anymore. We make it all about him. It really is like when Jesus was in the garden, not my will be done, but yours. It wasn't about him anymore. It was about the will of the Father. And so the thing is, it's not about us anymore. It's about the will of the Father. So who are we living for? Now, here's the other thing. Now, we can believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, right? And believe that God raised him from the dead. And we can be saved. But that still doesn't necessarily mean that we're living for him and having a kingdom impact. There's two different things from being saved and basically being a disciple. In order to be a disciple, we really have to make him our life and live for him. So there's this old Negro spiritual. No, it's really not. It talks about chickadee check yourself before you rickety wreck yourself. So we have to check ourselves. Are we living for him, or are we living for ourselves? Are we trying to incorporate him into our life, or are we allowing him to become our life? So, hey, and it's by grace. And so we just ask, if this is whichever one is the case for us, we ask for grace. Father, here I am. Or show me where I am, and then help me to live for you. Because look, we want eternal life, not just in the sweet by and by, but we really want it now. And he died so that we might have life and have it more abundantly, and have it abundantly now. Now, that doesn't mean all treasures, and that doesn't mean, all finances, and it doesn't mean all that. But it does mean that we can have joy. We can have abundant peace that surpasses understanding. We can have joy that's unspeakable. We can have that, his intimacy, his presence. He gives us more than just tangible stuff. He's given us himself. How much is that worth? But in order to receive all of him, we have to give him all of us. So, my friend, who are you living for? This is Ariano with another Cross Connection.